Knew were being towards the end. Everything else seemed pretty standard and by the books. And speaking of which, I know someone who's going to be very happy. We're going to see a little bit of the BB being played by both members of the team as the aggression's already happening in the mid.
All right, well, we're going to crack those books open and get ready to write the next chapter. Jupiter and PSG Esports are vying for control of the middle. We're playing first in Brawl Ball, and wow, it's a big lead for Jupiter as they completely get a team kill up on PSG. They're moving in to try to get that goal, but defense from PSG is going to be able to hold the day for now.
Yeah, so they've been able to deflect it away. Nice use of the Jackie super to try and pull in the Rosa and clear some space in the goal, but they were unable to get it through. So Courtier, Scythe, they pass the ball back, waiting now for the Rosa to come and pick in. Rely to bring it forward, but Hagego goes in, gets pushed back by the Gadget. They're going in for the kill. 10th, oh, huge super by Jackie to try and turn it around, but they've not got control of the ball, Woody.
Hagego just shut down the enemy team. Rely had a shot there to go in for the goal, but instead chose to suppress Milcreo. That's going to cost PSG as they're going to be forced back to their own spawn now. A kill from an excellent pull by Milcreo is going to give them a little bit of an opening, but having lost control of the ball, we're going to reset in the midfield now.
Slow down the tempo, try and keep everything static until they get full strength available. Great pull by Courtier, brings in Milcreo. Here's the 3v2 to kick things off. Ball pass back to buy more time. Hagego not in range of the balls. It's passed downfield by Rely into the back corner. They take out Hagego and stagger the respawn coming in. This is on Milcreo, gets pulled out the way. Now it's just on Tensai. Great use of the BB attack to remove him away and save it for his team, but the pressure's not off yet.
Not just smacking it back, but that's good! Scythe gets the goal, chopping through Jupiter. PSG take the first one.
And Hagego now have to come on the reset with Jupiter. Great pull by Courtier, shutting him down, but no, don't want to pull a Jackie with a super Woody as he locks them up, but they're able to turn it around adequately. Tensai cannot get on Courtier to finalize this kill and will lose his life for it.
PSG with only 20 seconds left to hold on here. It's all up to Jupiter, but they are going to have a hard time of it. The ball's been tossed back into the corner, and there's no chance to get that kick in there. Hagego doing his best to make the charge happen, but he is being completely suppressed by this red team. They've shoved it back into the corner once again, and that's going to be it. PSG gets the win for game number 1.
What a turnaround by PSG. All the aggression coming out from Jupiter to begin with. They played it calm and collected, and they were able to bounce back no matter what was thrown at them and play it patiently, wait for the opening, then go all out on the assaults.
If you thought that Jupiter was the kryptonite to PSG Superman, you're going to have to write that book again, because we have just got our first win on the board for P. We're going to have Frank coming in on the bottom here for Jupiter. Big, heavy, beefy dude, and he can bust through those walls as well as soon as that super gets charged up. He's kind of sticking back, though, letting Hagego get in to do most of the upfront damage action here. Scythe, however, a great anti-tank counter, is dealing a ton of damage. Can't finish off Tensai, though, and that's going to give Jupiter the first opportunity to make an attack happen.
Great pull, opening it all up right now. Tensai has his super available. They're going to use, cancelled out of the Jackie super. Scythe will pick up that kill and shut down any hopes of an offense that Jupiter wanted to have. Great pull there by Courtier. Opens up the goal line for Scythe. Hagego's going to run out of the spawn point. Tries to get over the line, but Tensai with the catch just on the edge and cancelled out of his own super. The pressure's on, and Rely will walk it in for the first goal of this game.
If Jupiter were hoping that this comp switch up were going to give them any of an advantage, they have got to be reeling from that last hit. PSG have come back even harder, busting through this heavy comp, denying so many super smashes from Frank, and once again, smashing through the competition. A 2-0 goal victory for PSG.
And they will take the first game in this series. We spoke a little bit about how Jupiter may have been lacking in other game types that are later on in this series. Well, they just got absolutely dismantled by PSG in that last matchup. So basically, the momentum has completely changed for Jupiter. They were the dominant team, and now they're playing from a position of weakness in comparison to PSG. That's very jarring. PSG have really come back. Looking at the compositions now, seeing Jupiter's side, I'm not too sure. I actually quite like what PSG are doing here, but let's get into the game itself. Hagego over him trying to keep Rely away, but gem control definitely in favor of PSG.
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling a bit better about this PSG comp. You know, Tensai is insistent on playing Frank here, but I'm not convinced that he's going to get the value that they're looking for. Scythe has been playing really well all day long so far in the past couple of games, so expect to see him get lots of consistent damage with this Carl. That shot is really hard to avoid, and you see Tensai just basically suppressed on that backline, not really where Frank wants to be.
Hagego trying to clear some space just with his presence, but he's lost a lot of HP, and Scythe's going to pick him up on the back end. Means any hope of an offense that Jupiter had has now been shut down. Rely going aggressive on Tensai. The pull's there, but Carl tries to turn it around. Mocreo stays alive until the last moment, but he will go down. They're too risky to go in. Hagego wants to try and find Coup d'Ace. Great pull in there by Rely to relieve that pressure on his gem carrier, keeping it nice and healthy for PSG.
Yeah, and you saw the juke in there from PSG, kind of considering whether or not they should make that stab. Should they just try to go grab all those gems right now? As it turns out, they felt like it wasn't necessary. They were already ahead 7-3. No need to push it even further. They're going to reclaim control of this middle as soon as they can. Scythe having a bit of difficulty over there on the left side with Hagego, but finally taking him out. And once again, that's going to give PSG control of the middle of the arena, up to 9 gems now. As soon as Coup d'Ace grabs that one more, we'll get to the countdown. Here.
Right, so a bit of a poor time to lose your member there, but Hagego's going to go on the offensive on Coup d'Ace and Scythe. Rely comes back in. He has the super available, wants to find as many people as possible. Actually draw back, maybe get him to close ranks by going after Mocreo. Great turnaround there by Carl to keep Coup d'Ace and himself alive. Ooh. And a cancellation onto Tensai super will seal the deal, and PSG take game number 1.
So many times I've seen this Frank get pulled off right when he's trying to send a super in, and you got to wonder what these players are using their gadgets for. Frank has got an amazing gadget that can cancel out any movement denying abilities from your opponents to ensure that the super goes off without a hitch. So maybe he had already used it all, maybe he didn't. Number 2.
Okay, so the adaptations have come in. Tensai, I believe, is jumping on with the Rico instead. So they've got extra range, and he's not as immobile as he once was.
Yeah, opting for that long-range style of gameplay like you mentioned before this set began. He's switching off now. We're yet to see which of the star powers he's chosen here. Robo Retreat can come in real handy, though, if he does wind up getting a few shots of damage off. Unfortunately, for the blue team, though, taking a hit over on the left side and losing some of their cover there. Tensai getting stuck and not able to get back out. Coup d'Ace has grabbed every single gem so far. Big advantage for PSG.
Only 1 for the side of Mocreo right now, so it's a 5-1 scoreline, and once the rest of the team go down, Tensai was fairly vulnerable on the Rico. Hagego's going forward with his super, trying to trade off with Scythe, but Coup d'Ace can now just come back and 2v1 him in the back line while Mocreo and Tensai keep Rely at bay.
Yeah, Rely has just been oppressing this Jupiter backline, not giving them any chance to move in. And wow, even grabbing a kill on the enemy gem carrier. That's going to be an awkward result for Hagego. Grabbing a couple of gems now and trying to push back up while PSG are very, very close to winning it all here. They just need to get the grab, and there it is! Beautiful pull, Coup d'Ace!
The delivery system onto Coup d'Ace will seal them the deal. 12 gems in play, all in favor of PSG. They have 10 seconds remaining, and they can walk this one in, Woody, without a hitch. Tensai trying to find the angle on those shots. It will not be there, and Coup d'Ace will take map number 2.
Well played to PSG. Their domination is continuing strong here in this second set. This match is a best of 5, so with 2 on the board already, they're coming awfully close to stealing this series, much in the same way Jupiter did last month. Revenge is a dish best served cold, and it's feeling pretty frigid in here.
Revenge lineup, yeah, we need to think about that as well, because PSG, I know they were disappointed with their performance last month. Jumping onto it right now, so here it is, Deeper Danger. We got the Tick, we got the Gene and the Brock for the side of Jupiter. When it comes round, PSG, yet again, Jackie, Rosa, putting so much stock into these brawlers, and this time they're bringing Poco to the field.
It's all red in the middle here. Center field control by PSG. Hard to deny. That is going to be a 3-3 tie, though, as Jupiter do strike back. A shot there from Milcreo is able to clear out some more of the middle here. And I think that this is a match that, as time goes on, you're going to see Jupiter starting to gain more and more ground. Tensai running Tick here is going to be able to just drop so many bombs onto this map, making it very difficult for PSG to move up. Lots of concussive damage just coming in and shoving back every attempt that PSG have made so far to move back into the action. Still a tie, though, 3-3 stars overall.
Okay, gets the pull onto side, pulls Poker into the back line, so they're going to change the all in their favor. Go the ace, and Rely going in, they clean up big on the back line. They need to make that connection to get the stars, and they've equalized. Oh, no escape, no rest for the wicked. Hagego pulls him back in and makes sure they keep the lead.
Awesome job there to Jupiter coming back, even though they got a big hit on the chin. They shoved PSG back up into their spawn and left those heavy-hitting brawlers too far away to get the damage in. Really nice pulls from Hagego, once again, proving why he got that MVP award from the first match. I think he's got a chance of getting it again if only he can manage to get this win in the bounty.
Scythe needs to wait a few seconds longer before he goes into his team. He hasn't got the heal available. They're going for the pins. Kudiace just needs to get in position. They try to isolate one. Great use of the gadget to get away. They're going on 10 side. Great escape, but Rely is going to pincer.
Another one!
In the corner. Wait, Scythe! Able to find him and get out carefully. 5 seconds remaining for them as Kudiace acts as a deterrent. They should be able to get away with this one. His side stays
going
alive.
down.
Oh, one down, but it's not enough. 17-16, and PSG are one step closer to taking this series.
An uncharacteristically high-scoring bounty game, 17-16, lots of kills and lots of momentum swapping on both sides. But it all came down to that cornering at the end. Jupiter able to grab that beautiful lead, but not able to hold on to it for very long.
Able to just push them into the corner and find these easy pickups when it comes around Woody as we head into another attempt at deeper danger. Jupiter running the same comp. This time PSG are going to try and match him with some of the range by bringing out a Brock and a Jean.
Will we see that 6-0 shutout that PSG have been looking for so many weeks now? Maybe. Picking up the first star there from the center, PSG are going to gain control of the mid as well. A nice positional advantage for them as they're hiding in those bushes. Hard for Tensai to get a clear shot on them.
Well, Tensai is going to try and hit them with that tick bomb, but nice pull in there, finds Hagego, tries to use his own gadget to open up the gap, but unable to. Scythe will pick up the first kill and really put this game in favor of PSG with a 3-star lead.
Even when Tensai is on the attack, pushing Rely back, he's got to be really careful. He doesn't have too many hit points, and a couple of rockets from Rely can...
Oh, Scythe.
Out of there.
He just walks up to him. Tensai playing very recklessly, I would say, on the tick.
Yeah, it's all up to Tick to push the enemies into a manageable spot. He's one of the best brawlers in this bounty game mode, but he's not necessarily the one who's going to be getting the finishing blows there. Often you'd see that coming from Milcreo, maybe even after a pull from Hagego. So yeah, Tensai playing very aggressively, trying to force a positioning mistake from PSG, but it's not catching him that time.
But the head first couldn't even get in to deal any damage, but now they're being compacted into the corner. This must be familiar. You did this to Jupiter last round, but they don't die. They're able to deflect the attack, keep themselves up. Kudiace, I think he's getting in position, ready for a pull. Instead, he's going to deal damage for now. Scythe, his buddy, sitting right on top of him to deal the damage and eliminate whoever gets grabbed in.
It's now or never for Jupiter. They've got to close the gap and only 10 seconds left to do it. All in. Milcreo goes for the shove, but is grabbed by Kudiace. No shove. It's going to be a 2v2 lead for PSG. No way to come back at this point. Congratulations to Paris Saint-Germain. The sweep in match number 2.
That was the one person you didn't want to pull if you were Jupiter. You cannot pull Scythe on a Jackie with a super online, because the second you do, you have to burn a gadget to get him out of range. You do not have the immediate burst on Tensai and Hagego to get that kill. And you see it at the end there, he has to cancel it out because they know they're not going to get away with it.